Hey, it's Coach Kaler here. Wanted to share tip number 3 with you today. And it's really about getting back outside now that spring has arrived. For most of us in the U.S., we had a brutally cold winter, and that meant we had to put on hold all the outdoor activities you love doing: cycling, trail running, getting out on the road. And one of the things that comes up this time of year is injuries start to pop back up pretty quickly as we transition back to those outdoor activities. One of the things that I recommend to my clients, and I personally do myself, is to ramp the mileage back up in a controlled way. So if you haven't been doing that activity during the winter, I always recommend cutting your volume to 30% of the longest occurrence you did in the previous 9 months. So say you did a 10-mile run, you cut that down to 3 miles the first run you go out and do, and you keep that 30% for the first week. Then you can move it up to 40% the second week, and add 10% per week until you get back to 100%. So it might take you 6 weeks or so. If you've been training doing that same activity, say you're a runner and you've been running on the treadmill during the winter, then you could jump to 50 to 60% of that volume. So again, if it was a 10-mile run was your longest run the previous year, you would start at 5 or 6 miles on your first runs out on the road or on the trails. That way you're going to reduce injury risk. So if you're getting back out on the road, just be careful. You can apply it to cycling or other outdoor activities, same kind of progression. The other thing you want to make sure you're doing is not skipping out on working on what I call oppositional strength. And those are the muscles that oppose the primary movers in the exercise you're doing. And most frequently, what I find when I evaluate clients is they're typically weak in those oppositional muscles like the hip flexors, hamstrings, dorsiflexors, shoulder elevators. All tend to be very weak in athletes. And we want to make sure we're doing those types of activities while we get back to our outdoor activities to, again, prevent injuries. So I'm going to get on the Body Band right now, which is the exercise device I created out of my business to work on those oppositional muscles so I can go out and have a successful training day without worrying about getting injured. Thanks for your time, and look forward to sharing tip number 4 with you in the coming weeks. Ciao.